Williams, undefeated fighter from Philadelphia, against Mexico City's own Freddy Hernandez. And with Jessica Rosales right now is the undefeated Julian Williams.
Now, Freddy Hernandez is someone that you were telling me you've watched him on TV. Being here today, about ready to go out there in the ring with him, did you ever think that this fight was going to happen?
I didn't think it was, or I didn't think it wasn't. You know, when you're watching a fighter on TV and you coming up, you know, you don't think you're going to fight him one day. He wasn't like a great fighter, you know. He was just a fighter I've seen on TV a few times, but, you know, he's a good fighter.
He is someone that is older, has a little bit more experience, and has also fought some vets and some champions. What do you think is going to be the most dangerous thing about him out there?
The fact that he's so sturdy, and he's you can keep pressing forward. And he's a tough guy.
Julian, best of luck out there tonight.
I appreciate it.
Send it back to you guys.
Thank you, Jessica. And Julian Williams, Paulie, is a fighter that I saw at actually your fight in Brooklyn. He's also a fighter who his last time out knocked out Orlando Lara. But he's a fighter that knows his history. As Jessica was talking about, he knows all about Freddy Hernandez. What's it like when you go up against a fighter that you grew up watching?
Well, you know, it's a surreal feeling. Like he said, Freddy Hernandez wasn't a guy that you looked up to or anything. But, you know, it's always a little bit strange when you've seen this guy, and he's older than you, and you grew up and watched him on television. But at the same time, it also makes you realize you are slowly arriving to where you need to go. Because if you're fighting guys that you've seen on television, it means you're getting to where you need to be as well.
Freddy Hernandez and Julian Williams coming your way. And there you see the tail of the tape. Williams, 24, Hernandez, 34, same height. Hernandez has a slight reach advantage, and they both came in at the same weight. And there you see the rules, a 10-point must system. No standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown rule, cannot be saved by the bell in any round. Only the referee can stop the fight. Accidental foul will go to the scorecards after the 4th round. And there you see Julian Williams wearing the green and white. Said he had to wear some green on St. Patrick's Day. He said, you know, today, call me Irish Julian Williams.
Of course, you can't blame him for getting into the spirit.
Hey, you gotta do, when you're the headliner for the first time in your career, you gotta do it right. Let's go to our announcer, Joe Martinez.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, from the House of Blues, Boston, Massachusetts. It is time for the main event of the evening. 10 rounds of boxing scheduled in the junior middleweight division. Presented by Golden Boy Promotions in association with Murphy's Boxing USA and Becky's Promotion. And sponsored by Corona Extra, La Cerveza Más Fina, O'Reilly Auto Parts, better prices every day, and Mohegan Sun. The 3 judges scoring this bout at ringside of the 10-point must system are Dan Fitzgerald, John Manfis, and Jackie Morrell. And when the bell rings and the action begins, your referee in charge, Leo Gerstall. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the judges are ready and the fighters are ready. Boston, make some noise if you are ready! Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black trunks trimmed in lime green, he weighed in officially 153 pounds. This 36-fight veteran brings an outstanding professional record that stands at 30 victories. 6 defeats with 20 big wins coming by way of knockout del Distrito Federal, Mexico. Here is Freddy Hernandez. And next his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. Wearing white, trimmed in green, he weighed in officially 153 pounds. Perfect as a professional, he has 14 victories, including 8 knockout wins, no defeats with 1 draw. Hailing from Philadelphia, PA, he is the undefeated Julian J-Rock Williams. Once again, referee Leo Gerstall with the final instruction.
Okay, gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. We want a nice, clean fight, all right? We're just going to be watching for headbutts, low blows, and clinching, okay? Touch him up. Good luck to both of you. And
And there you see referee Leo Gerstel ready to go. Julian Williams, J-Rock is his nickname, has a green and white trunks. He's ready for St. Patrick's Day. Freddy Hernandez from Mexico City also trains at the same one as Ponce de Leon, Daniel Ponce de Leon. Oh, not because they know each other. They know each other really well. That's his brother-in-law. We're getting going here. So from a fighting family, without a doubt, getting going.
Yeah, Ponce just opened up a new gym pretty recently, maybe in the past year.
Yeah, in Southern California. Oh, and there you see the big right hand from Julian Williams. Sends down Hernandez to start off the opening round.
Good counter right hand shot. Well timed, especially off the bat.
Hernandez has been some battles, but J-Rock also knocked out Orlando Law in his last fight. Hernandez got up against some big-time fighters. He said he knows what to expect, but he didn't see that punch coming.
Williams is a very good prospect, one of the better ones. I'd say not just nationally, but worldwide. You know, he keeps going at the pace he's going. You'll see a lot of Julian Williams. And that was a sharp right hand to start the fight. Hernandez, a little on the old side, but he's a durable guy. You don't usually see that, especially that early in a fight.
Hernandez turned pro in 2001, Paulie Malignaggi. He's 34, so a lot of rounds underneath his belt, and he took the big right hand for Julian J-Rock Williams, who swings wildly with the left, and J-Rock said he wants to put the name of his name on the legacy of the fantastic Philly fighters like Bernard Hopkins.
Yeah, and he keeps fighting the way he's been fighting. He's on his way to doing that. Freddy Hernandez turning pro in 2001. Gotta make me feel old, huh, Beto? That's when I turned pro as well.
Did you really?
Yeah.
But you're only 22, Paulie Malignaggi.
I wish.
Julian Williams in the black, with the white and green.
Hernandez seems like he's shaking off the knockdown now. You know, he's not typically a fast starter, but at the same time, he's not the kind of guy that goes down that very often either. So, you know, it seems like he's shaking it off now. He's trying to get himself back into the fight. Also, credit to Julian Williams for staying calm and not going crazy after scoring the knockdowns. A lot of times, a young fighter you'll see kind of get out of hand, go get wild, trying to chase the stoppage.
Hernandez has lost 4 in a row, but he lost to Francisco Santana, Delvin Rodriguez, Demetrius Andrade, and Erizandi Lara. Hernandez, the last fighter to beat Luis Collado, who knocked out Victor Ortiz. So he's been in some battles, he's been in some wars, he's been down before. He was knocked down by Andre Berto in the first round back in 2010 in Las Vegas. So this is a fighter who, not to say he's used to going down, but knows what adversity is.
Yeah, and he's been in with some of the top names in the world. You know, it's for the Collazo fight. I was actually at that fight. Collazo tore his labrum in the fight, so a tough injury, and Hernandez was able to take advantage. But Hernandez been in with some of the best fighters in the world, so you know, can't say he's gonna be impressed with Julian Williams' resume or name, but at the same time, if Williams gets a win over Hernandez, he'll be joining a list of some fine fighters.
Nice right hand by Williams, and a good left. Williams looking smooth here in the opening round. Scheduled for 10.
Break.
This broadcast of Golden Boy on Fox is brought to you by Corona Extra, La Cerveza Más Fina, and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day.
What you're doing, you don't got to change up nothing. Just change the rhythm on your jab a little bit because he's going to start a little bit quicker this round. You understand what I'm saying? Mike, put a little Vaseline. His eyes are a little bit red right here.
You gotta look at the knockdown again from the last round. You see Hernandez throwing a lazy jab. Williams holds his ground right from there. Doesn't need to step in, just holds his ground and shoots the right hand right from underneath it and comes right over the top of the jab. You see it again, nice. Holds his ground, gets a little low, gets some leverage and momentum from the legs. He should come up with some power. It comes right over the top of that jab and scores a quick knockdown.
And there you see Julian J-Rock Williams. He said he hates the nickname J-Rock. It was given to him by his trainer, but it just stuck with him. He doesn't like it, but he's going with it. You got to build your brand, Paulie Malignaggi.
Absolutely. You know, a lot of times fighters' nicknames, they don't give them to themselves. They're given to them in the gym or by other people.
Yeah, the good nicknames you don't give to yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Williams in the white trunks with green trim. Said because of today, you want to call him Irish Julian Williams. Giving the crowd a good show here in the first round. Freddy Hernandez went down in the first. but able to get back into that round. And Williams has a little bit of redness around his right eye as Williams now works the body. Big, heavy punches from Julian Williams, Paulie.
Yeah, and sharp too, you know. So he's thinking in there, and also staying in tight on the inside. You like to see that, so he can come back with his own offense when he needs to.
Julian Williams headlining this card after Danny O'Connor went down with elbow surgery. O'Connor, a local fighter. Williams, you know, talking to him like, well, it's got to be pretty cool to be a headliner. Said, didn't really think about it. Give me a fighter, give me a place. I got gloves, let's show up.
Oh yeah, of course. He wants the bigger and better things out of his career. This is just a step up the ladder.
And Williams was talking about that in the fighter meetings, how this is a fight that can put his name out there. People can see him and recognize, see what he has, and he wants to put on that show because he wants to take that next step. He's right there, but we still don't know exactly what he has, right, Paulie?
Oh, we don't, but at the same time, you know, he's not one of these guys that's been fed a bunch of stiffs and feasted on a bunch of no-hopers. You know, he's got a pretty decent resume for an up-and-coming guy. He's fought some pretty tough competition for a prospect who's at this stage of his career, and it's for that reason that he's so calm in the ring, even against the guy with the veteran experience of Freddy Hernandez.
Now, these two were scheduled to meet back in February in San Antonio, but Hernandez told us that he couldn't take that fight because his wrist wasn't 100%. You know what I'm saying? Because of the nature of the beast that is Williams, you can't go into a fight like that not 100%. He said he feels perfect now, and he was ready for this fight. As Williams lands a big right, and you see the redness around the eyes of Freddy Hernandez.
It's a veteran move by Williams. He might be young, but he knows the little tricks as he was holding Hernandez in place with one hand behind his head and hitting him with the other hand with the free hand.
You know, now those tricks, those moves, the veteran ones, you know, Williams only 23. That just comes with experience, or you taught that, or you just learned it?
No, experience, but you know, he's from the same city as Bernard Hopkins, so you never know who he's talking to and who he's watching spar in the gym, you know?
He was talking about the city of Philly, a big left from Williams, moves Hernandez back. 20 seconds to go in the round. Williams takes a lot of pride in being a Philly fighter, you say, because it's a grimy place where you gotta love being from, because Philly fighters have a level to maintain. And Julian Williams looking good here through 2 rounds at the House of Blues in Boston.
There's some action from that last round. You see Freddy Hernandez trying to be aggressive, but Williams maintaining his composure, keeping his defensive presence balanced so that he's able to fire back with a sharp counter.
Let's go to Jessica Rosales with some info on Hernandez's corner.
Paulie, you're right on with what Hernandez's corner was saying. They want him to be a lot more aggressive. They want to see a lot more punches coming from him, low and to the body, and they want to see a lot more movement from him. They said that he's staying still and in the same spot just too much.
Oh, there he goes down. For the second time tonight, Freddy Hernandez goes down, this time a left from Julian Williams.
See if he makes it. He's not going to make it.
And that is it. Referee Lou Gresso waves it off in the 3rd round. Julian J-Rock Williams knocks out Freddy Hernandez.
Very professional performance from Julian Williams.
Julian Williams looking good. A knockout in the 3rd round. And there you see him cornered excited. He said he wants to make a big name for himself on a knockout of veteran tough fighter Freddy Hernandez. Yeah. That'll definitely help
his trainer coming over here and saying this is the future of the 154-pound division. He's the best guy coming up right now. And you know, I can't disagree with him based on what I've seen from him. Just a couple different angles we're going to see of the knockout punch, and there it is. You see the nice little slipping. You see the little half step as he took it over to his right. Watch the little half step here. He misses here, gets underneath, takes a little half step to create some space for the left hook, and then scores the knockdown. It's the little subtleties that work. There it is again, right there. See, and you see he uses his right arm to kind of create space too. Watch here. He's going to get underneath, use the jab, get underneath. Right here, watch it. See, he sticks out his right arm to make sure there's enough space to throw the hook. And this is what I mean about not smothering yourself. He would have smothered himself if he hadn't stuck out his right arm enough to make sure the space was there. He stuck out his right arm so that Freddy Hernandez could not step in. Gave himself enough space to be able to whip that left hook in there. Got him the knockout.
154-pound, looking really good for the second straight time. Julian Williams with a knockout. Last one was against Orlando Lara back in December at Barclays Center, New York. Tonight, St. Patrick's Day in Boston, he knocks out Freddy Hernandez, this time in the third.
You know, eventually, you know, you're looking at big fights here with guys like Canelo Alvarez in this weight class. You know, you have the Charlo twins, who are really phenomenal young fighters as well. This weight class really starting to shape up with some good, young, fresh talent, and really at a world-class level. I mean, in the coming years, it's going to be a very hot weight class.
As this Warner said, they come over, that he is the future of boxing. Let's look now. Right tonight, CompuBox stats are brought to you by ThrowdownFantasy.com. Draft fighters, track stats, and win. I want to draft Julian Williams, who landed 32% of his punches, but he knocked down Hernandez in the first big right, but that left hook in the third did Hernandez in. Julian Williams looking good in the 154-pound division, knocking out veteran Freddy Hernandez. There you see that left hook. Paulie, you're talking about how good he is. He looks really good. Doesn't look like a fighter who's only 23. Said he wanted to make the city of Philadelphia proud. Definitely doing that tonight on St. Patrick's Day in Boston. Thank you, Carissa. An exciting night of action for Julian Williams. Knocks out Freddy Hernandez, the two with a lot of respect for each other. Williams said he watched Hernandez's fights growing up, saw him on TV, had him in the ring tonight, knocked him down in the first, then with a hook in the third, took him down. A lot of sportsmanship between the two, a lot of respect. Let's go to Joe Martinez in the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 35 seconds. Round number 3. Your winner by KO victory here, still undefeated from Philly, PA, Julian J-Rock Williams.
Julian J-Rock Williams improves to 15-0, his 9th KO in his young career, 23-year-old fighter from Philly. Looking really impressive tonight as he's around the ring right now, and he said he is a fighter that wanted to make a name for himself tonight. He wanted people to see what he was about, and when you come in with a knockout in the third round on one punch, you're definitely going to draw some attention in the 154 division of junior middleweights. And we were talking about the Lara. I was speaking with Hernandez yesterday at the fighter meeting. He said Lara's an interesting fighter that he went up against, but not one that he feels could give Williams some trouble. And let's go over to Jessica Rosales, who has a comment.
Talking to Williams' people right after this fight, they were telling me that this went a little bit quicker than what they were expecting, but the important part was that he stuck to the plan. He let Hernandez come to him. He didn't rush it, and that's what they were trying to do tonight, is prove that he is ready for some big fights. He told me he wants a title by the end of this year, and they think that if he continues to win this way impressively, then he is definitely on track for that.
Thank you, Jessica. And you want a title, when you knock out some big-time names, you definitely get an opportunity the way he's going right now. And let's go to the ring with Paulie Malignaggi, who is with Julian Williams.
I'm here with the winner, Julian Williams. Impressive knockout of Freddy Hernandez. You know, Julian, this is a pretty durable guy. You know, a guy who's gone a distance with good fighters such as Demetrius Andrade and stuff like that. Tell me, how important was it for you to really look more impressive, or maybe get a stoppage with a guy who's durable like that?
Well, you know, first of all, when you go up against comparative fights, you always want to do better than the next man. Especially in my case, where guys try to say I'm less marketable, you know. I want to do better than these guys because I gotta show my marketability in the ring, because I don't have a twin brother, and I'm not going. I don't got a bunch of tattoos, and I don't rap and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna. I gotta do my work in the ring. You know what I mean? So whenever I get a fighter, and I see that he's fought other guys he went the distance with. Say if Andrade stopped him in 5, I want to get him in 3, just to prove a point. You know what I mean? So I think it's working out because these little things that keep me motivated. I knew I was going to beat Freddy Hernandez, but I want to see if I can knock him out faster than everybody else did, and I did, and I'm thankful.
And walk us through that knockout a little bit. You know, we saw it was a short left hook. You got him down with the right hand in the first round. Tell us what you saw as the knockout punch approached.
Well, I saw the jab coming in a little slow and lazy, so the first knockdown I kind of like slid it a little bit and dropped my shot over the top. And the second knockdown I actually turned a little southpaw off center in the middle of the clinch. He didn't see. And I threw what was it, the right hand or it was a left hook? But it was like from an awkward side. Yeah. I gotta see it again. I don't really know exactly what it was. Create some space and get my shot off. So it was a good shot.
All right, Julian, great win. Thanks for joining us tonight. Back to you, Beto.
Thank you, Paulie. Julian Williams is now 15-0-1, 9 KOs. He's trying to make a name for himself in the 154-pound division, calling out some fighters, no names, but he definitely making some noise into the junior middleweight division. An exciting night of boxing at the House of Blues in Boston. St. Patrick's Day saw a couple of Irish fighters with victories tonight. John Joe Nevin, impressive debut. Jamie Cavanaugh is back. A local kid, Alexis Santos, with the knockout here in his hometown. Julian Williams from Philly, 15-0. Fox Sports Live begins now.